Hello everyone. First of all, thank you so much for encouraging me so much. The first video, What is Change, going strong, 400 views and counting. So let's not waste any time and get into the next step, which is I gave you a brief description about your body and your mind, but that's not all. Those are not all the devils as yet, which will help you change. So let me comprehend that why people don't change. Okay, the first one, people don't want to change. People are just guarding themselves like this. You know why? Because you have only you. That's what this world is showing, that nobody would care for your emotion, or nobody would care for being good friend, or whatever it is. So you are just guarding yourself in your prison. You don't allow anybody to see what's inside. You just going it and taking it by the day. And that's why all these sayings these days, do you open social media and see, fuck everyone who tells us if we are not good enough, we are the best. That's fine, you are the best, but what you're doing in turn is also closing the doors for any positive outcome or suggestion that might come your way from the people who truly care about you, like your family and friends. But that room is not there anymore. The second one is not that difficult, which is people don't know how to change. And believe me, there are all sorts of help available in this world. There are people in medical fields, there are sports fields, and there's a ton of help available on the internet. So that one is not that hard to tackle. Then the most and one of the biggest points is people fear the change. People just fear what will happen if I change. See, I just need to remind everyone one thing. The change cannot be for anyone else. Change is for you. You want it. You cannot want it for anybody else in this world. Otherwise, you won't change because you don't want it from the inside. I sometimes feel that the motivational speaking is, yes, we try to motivate people, but I truly believe that motivation is something that is a calling from the inside. And unless you spend time and find that reason, it is very hard to change. And lastly, people are too quick to give up. What I say to my clients and the people I help is, that's a very rough idea. That, say for example, if I am 40 years old, it will take me at least 25% number of months. For example, I'm 40, so 25% is 10. I would need at least 10 months of thorough work on myself to change myself, because I took 40 years to come to this point. What are you thinking? Is it a Panadol pill that you will take it and in 3 days, or a 5-day multivitamin course that you take it and it's all hunky-purry and everything will start working out smoothly? Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Okay. One of the things is people fear uncomfortable situations. Let me be very clear to you. Stop fearing the uncomfortable situations. Because see, if you want to change, you will need to go through uncomfortable situations. There is no other way out. If you are thinking that I will eat, have you seen people doing it for very short term of periods, like somebody getting ready to get into the dress of their marriage, or like I have some important occasion coming, I want to lose 5 years, I want to look good. That's, you can, next time it happens to you, just see your focus where it is. You're totally focused on one thing, that you need to get into that dress. And 99% of the people who are trying with that focus end up achieving their results. I see people justify anger, use anger to justify a lot of things, because See, let me tell you something. Whenever you are somebody talks to you about change and people get angry. See, whenever you are getting angry or responding with anger, it does a lot of things. First, the most important thing is it makes your ego feel that what it is doing is right, justified, and victimized as well, because when you are angry you're trying to tell that you are a victim of a situation. I'm too busy with something else, my life is too busy, this or that. Now I read this saying just the other day that what we are what we pretend to be. So we should be very careful about who you pretend to be. Like, you must have heard this line at a lot of places, and a lot of people talking about this is watch your thoughts, watch your thoughts. The reason is that your thought turns into an emotion, emotion turns into an action, and action determines your outcome. So thought, emotion, action, outcome. Now, you have the life because the ingredients you have. You want a different life, you will need to add few ingredients that you don't know much about. So I think that would be a good starting point, is spend some time first trying to know why do you want to change. Why? Because if you understand your why, it cannot, I repeat, it cannot be anyone else's why, that my dad wanted me to do this, or this was the last wish of my mom. Because eventually your inner intelligence knows what you are longing, and until you start following that, you won't feel the rest. You won't. One day maybe I'll share my story with you guys, what prompted me to change so much. But I'm a big fan of Sadhguru, and I'm going to quote something from him which I just love the way he says it, that human body is the most sophisticated piece of technology. Now, coming back to that people don't know the basics, have you read the user manual? So I leave this video on 2 points. You need to understand first your why. Why do you want to change? And secondly, how much do you know about your body or a body in general that you can support your change? Thank you so much.